mitigating the brutal effects of climate change. Interior CS Kithure Kindiki wants a riverbank resident relocation if the voluntary evacuation order is ignored.
Safari hii tumesema lazima wahame, lazima watoke katika sehemu zilizotongewa mito.
And 5 lives claimed in Bunga County building demolition incident to pave way for the Masinde Muliro Stadium construction. Once more, welcome to the broadcast. The hashtag is #LookUpWeekend. I am Nancy Alima. Our sign language interpreter is Felista Adundo. Do stay with us as we bring you up to speed with stories that are making headlines today. Let's begin. President William Ruto has today led the nationwide tree planting exercise from Kiambiche Forest in Murang'A County, emphasizing that the day was designated by the cabinet to honor those who lost their lives due to the floods affecting different regions of the country. President Ruto also noted that the government aims to plant 15 billion trees within a span of 10 years, reflecting its ambitious target. Today's activity marks Kenya's second National Tree Growing Day, following the inaugural Green Holiday held on November 13th, 2023.
Ijumaa hii tarehe 10, sote kama Wakenya tutaungana, tupande miti na tujue ya kwamba suluhu kamili ya matatizo ya kiangazi na mafuriko ni kushughulikia mambo yetu ya mazingira.
Tree planting campaign kicked off in different regions across the country, with Kenyans mobilized to participate in large numbers, demonstrating a united effort in response to the national call for reforestation. The president led the exercise in Bunga County, demonstrating the importance of environmental conservation for all Kenyans to emulate.
We can manage our environment better. We can manage the effects of climate change. We can slow down famine and drought.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua also took proactive steps to address the impact of floods caused by climate change by leading efforts to increase forest cover in Chepalungu in Bomet County. Led by Pastor Dorcas Rigathi as part of the Deputy President, hundreds of widows and reformed individuals from alcohol and drug addiction gathered to plant trees in Kuyu, Kiambu County. The seedlings nurtured by widows from Kibra sub-county as a part of program aimed at uplifting the lives of planted during the event.
Looking into a situation that we can be able to change. Every person, every individual, wherever you are, you ought to take care of the environment.
All cabinet secretaries assigned the responsibility of monitoring the progress of national tree planting efforts, spearheaded tree planting campaigns across different counties, with Ministry of Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale leading the process in Nakuru County.
KDF has already planted 12 million trees within our cantonments and within the public forest nationwide.
Hundreds of kilometers in Kenya's Marsabit County, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki participated in tree planting alongside local residents as a part of a national tree planting program.
Idara ya usalama wa taifa tumejumuisha sasa mambo ya mabadiliko ya hali ya anga na kiangazi pamoja na mafuriko kama tisho kuu katika usalama wa taifa letu la Kenya.
Interior PS Raymond Omolo leading the process in Homa Bay marked the holiday as he urged residents to increase forest cover to help mitigate flooding experience in the western region.
As the national government and as the PS in charge of national administration, our national government administration officers are at hand to work closely with our colleagues from Kenya Forestry and the county government and the local leadership to ensure that in a matter of years, these hills will not be as bare as they are today.
In Kisumu County, the script was similar as Cabinet Secretary Moses Kude rallied residents for the national tree planting.
Na mazingira. Hii mafuriko yote ni kwa sababu kutoka wakati wa mzee Moi, wakati wa Wangari Maathai, tumekuwa tukiambiwa hii maneno ya kupanda miti na sisi tunaona kama ni mchezo.
The declaration of Friday as a public holiday aligns with the government's ambitious goal of planting 15 billion trees within the next 10 years as a part of a larger strategy to combat deforestation and boost the country's tree cover.
Today we are planting 200 million trees in a single day in Kenya as part of our plan to make sure that we plant 15 billion trees in the next 10 years and move our forest cover from 12% to 30%.
George Kayesi, Lookuptv.
Away from that, 3 people have lost their lives in Kaka County after they were swept away by floods from persistent heavy rains in the region. Residents of the county are now urging the government to provide emergency funds promptly to provide shelter and food aid. Abi Kadenyi provides a comprehensive report on the floods in several areas across the country.
While the heavy rainfall in the country is expected to lower this month, 3 people, one of them a small child, have lost their lives following the flood in Kakamega County, while more than 1,000 families are suffering from the effects of the flood. The County Commissioner, Mr. Michael Mwangi, has said that the flood has caused huge damages, including the bursting of several bridges, collapsing of toilets and damage of plants.
3 people have been affected so far. We lost our child the day before yesterday. The child is said to have been left by the mother at home. The mother went looking for food at the farm. By the time the mother was coming back, the child had already tried to look for the mother, but unfortunately ended up in the flood.
More than 100 families have been left homeless in Liki slums, Nanyuki, after flash floods hit the village last night. This is as a result of the heavy rains falling on Mount Kenya, leading to high volumes of water in Liki River that flows through the slums. The residents have said they were caught unaware since it was not raining in Nanyuki town, and most of them were going on with their evening businesses when suddenly water in the river level started rising and encroached their homes, leaving a trail of destruction. Led by the representative of Nanyuki Ward, Anthony Wambui, they have called the government to help them because many of the affected people do not have jobs to support them.
Leo tumeweza kupata mafuriko ambayo ilikuwa ni ya ghafla, na ni baina ya kwamba inaieleweka ya kwamba hii maji sio ya mvua. Tuko na siku kama 3 hapa Liki ama Nanyuki hatujaweza kupata mvua. Leo watu walikuwa katika shughuli zao, wamerudi katika mabiashara, wamerudi kwenda kufanyia watoto wao shopping. Hapa tu masaa ya jioni saa 12 hivi na nusu, maji yakatoka kwa wingi kutoka kwa mlima. Ikakuja kwa wingi sana, imeleta hasara kubwa.
Elsewhere, Immigration and Citizen Services PS Julius Bitok has said that the government has opened an emergency registry in Nyayo House where the flood victims who lost their identity cards and other important documents will replace them faster. Bitok, who supervised the planting of 3,000 trees in Athi River, said that the plan will ensure flood victims continue to get uninterrupted government services without disturbance.
Hizo pia watu ambao wamepoteza vitambulisho vyao, aidha kama ni pasipoti ama ID ama birth certificate kwa floods, tuko tayari kuzunguka Kenya nzima kuhakikisha kwamba kila mtu ameweza kureplacewa hiyo cheti chake.
And finally, the Women's Development Group has encouraged women to be careful and treat the water before using it to avoid waterborne diseases, especially this rainy season. Speaking during a meeting in Uasin Gishu County, the Development Group Chairman Mwikali Mwitu has called on to women to be at the front line in protecting their families.
What saddens me is that when we were working on this government partnership, hatukujua kutakuja kukaa namna hii na floods. So it can never be more important to clean water than now. Pipes have broken, maji imeingiana hata Nairobi, kila pahali na hii mvua. We never knew this day would look like this.
Abi Kadenyi, Lookuptv.
Now, the Kenyan government has received over 1 ton of food aid and a shipment of medicine from the Indian government to assist flood victims. Receiving the aid, Deputy Government Spokesperson Mwanaisha Chizuga stated that the government expects more donations from foreign nations, organizations and individuals to support those affected by floods.
Indian High Commissioner Rohit Fatwana has said that his government will continue to provide assistance to Kenyans in the current calamity of floods.
Sense of satisfaction to be of help in the time of need to our best friend Kenya in this region. And our first responder, INS Sumedha, is here with medical and other food aid for those who are suffering from the calamities of flood. As today, Deputy President and the government of Kenya has already declared the day for working together tirelessly in the spirit of brotherhood to help those who have suffered in this disaster.
The food received by Deputy Government Spokesperson Mwanaisha Chidzuga is expected to be distributed to hundreds of Kenyans who have lost their homes and need food and medical assistance to prevent further humanitarian disasters. The Kenyan government continues to appreciate the Indian government for their massive support.
Vile mmekuwa mkiona katika vyombo vya habari, mamia ya Wakenya wamekuwa wakithirika na mafuriko kutoka maeneo mbalimbali, kutoka maeneo ya Tana River, Garissa, Mai Mahiu, maeneo ya Western, Northeastern hadi jijini Nairobi. Mchango huu wa miongoni mwa our development partners, washirika wetu kutoka mataifa ya kigeni, ni michango ambayo sisi kama serikali ya Kenya tunaichukulia kwa hadhi ya juu. Maana wametikia mwito ya kwamba tunahitaji usaidizi na wamejitolea na kufika mara moja kuwasaidia Wakenya.
Chidzuga has noted that the government will continue to receive aid from donors from other countries following the severity of floods in the country. Kenya has lost over 220 people due to floods, with many seeking help after losing their homes. Jasmine Maina, Lookuptv.
Interior CS Kithure Kindiki has stated that it is imperative for Kenyans living near rivers and water catchment areas to vacate. Otherwise, they will be forcefully relocated by the government. Kindiki confirmed that the exercise to enforce the directive is ongoing in Nairobi and will be extended nationwide to ensure the safety of citizens from further risk of floods.
Katika sehemu nyingi kuna watu wamejenga katika mito. Mumeona pale Nairobi tumepoteza watu wengi ambao walikuwa wamejenga katika ile mito kule Nairobi na sehemu zingine. Safari hii tumesema lazima wahame. Lazima watoke katika sehemu zilizotongewa mito kulingana na sheria za nchi yetu ambayo inasema ya kwamba huwezi kujenga ama kufanya maendeleo yoyote ama kulima mita 30 kando ya mto. But many of us in this country have disregarded our planning laws. We have encroached on riparian reserves, and the floods today are becoming more vicious and more dangerous because of our inability to protect our riparian corridors. This time round, the government has ordered all those people who have constructed houses, businesses, or those who are farming in the riparian corridors to vacate that corridor, and if they don't, we will remove them by force. Tumeanza kule Nairobi, tumetoa watu 181,000 people who had constructed on the banks of the Nairobi rivers, that is the Nairobi River, Mathare River, and Ngong River. And we have similarly situated people. We have other places across the country where people have built on the riverine, where people have built on the riparian corridor. They must move.
And it's a good time for us to take a very short break here on the program. So much more on the other side. Don't go too far.
Manjoro. Kumbuka hapa ndipo unajifunza mambo mengi kuhusu ukulima. Kilimo ni uti wa mgongo wa nchi, na ukiwa na Njoro unajifunza. Kumbuka, angalia mwenyewe. Tunakuambia ukitaka kujua tips za ukulima, ungana na sisi kwenye Lookuptv. Every Sunday unatukuta pale saa 10, tunakuonesha kuhusu ukulima. Ukulima wa mimea, ukulima wa ng'ombe, ukulima wa kuku, ukulima wa mbuzi na yote ambayo yanahusiana na ukulima. Kumbuka nini? Kipindi ni Ukulima ni Mali.
Are you an SME looking for a media partner? Look no more, as Lookuptv got you covered for all your visibility and marketing needs. We at Lookuptv understand your business needs and want to work with you on your marketing journey, giving you solutions that will take you to the next level. Call us today on 0707 572 358 or send an email to sales@lookuptv.co.ke and kickstart this amazing journey. Welcome to Lookup TV, your official SME media partner.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Lookup Weekend. Nancy Lima here and Felista Adundo on the sign language interpretation. Let's continue. 5 people have lost their lives in Kandui area of Bunga County following the collapse of the structure which had previously undergone partial demolition. A portion of the building was dismantled as part of the ongoing renovations and enlargement of the Masinde Mulero Stadium in preparation for this year's Madaraka Day festivities. Maureen Bosire now reports.
As Madaraka Day preparations are underway in Bunga County, 5 people have lost their lives after a building which was being demolished collapsed in Kandui area. Emmanuel Sikuku, a witness, stated that he was in a nearby hotel when he heard some noises, only to see the building collapsing on individuals who had gone to scavenge metals and iron steel.
Tuko na hoteli moja hapa yenye tunakulanga chakula hapa. Sasa nilikuwa nimekuja kukula hapa, nikasikia ni kama gorofa inaanza kutetemeka. Sasa wakati nilikuwa na park pikipiki, nikasikia gorofa ikaanguka pap, sasa hapo tukapiga nduru.
Joseph Wafula, a resident of Kandui, said that the metal scavengers were warned that the building will fall on them by the district officer, but ignored the orders, claiming to earn a living from the metals.
Juzi dia amekuwa hapa. Hata wakazi wa Kandui waliona. Walikuwa wanachapwa kufukuzwa kwa hiyo building, lakini hawasikii. Dio alikuwa anawaambia hii kitu inaweza waangukia, mutoke. Lakini akifukuzwa wakienda hii side, wanarudi hii side. Wakienda hii side, wanarudi hii side.
Residents have pointed fingers at Bunga County government, indicating that the government is stated in sending rescue team to rush the victims to the nearby health center, adding that the victims were trapped for 4 hours without help. Disaster management teams from Bunga County have also been dispatched to the scene to rescue the victims.
Hii kitu ningesema tu, ningeomba serikali, like this place is very risky. If kama ingekuwa hivi, wangekata bana ya kusema this place is restricted. Because hakuna vile wangeacha hivyo, because hao watu wako hapo wenye wako hapo sahi, hao watu ni hustlers, pia walikuwa wanatafuta hizo vichuma at least wapate kitu ya kukula kuliko waibe washiko wekwe ndani. So mimi kitu naweza sema tu serikali ya Bungoma, hakuna vile mtu anaweza pata hao watu wameumia hapo kuanzia saa 1. It's 4 hours now. Hakuna action yote imekuwa taken. So like hiyo pia nikawa naumiza tu wananchi. Hao watu wangejua tu kitu wanafanya weke hii place, it's a restricted area.
Maureen Bosire, Lookuptv.
President William Ruto has officially opened the International Communications Center (CCI) in the technological city of Tatu in Kaka County. President Ruto stated that the center aims to provide employment for youth and boost the country's economy by attracting investors, especially from foreign countries.
CCI is expanding from the facility they have where they are hiring already 5,000 Kenyans. They have told me that this facility will hire an additional 5,000 Kenyans. And in fact, to his own words, that they want to triple their workforce in the short term. Our goal is to enable at least 1 million digital workers over the next 5 years, supported by investment in infrastructure such as natural broadband and digital hubs. And additionally, we are focusing on green energy, regulatory reforms, and data governance to enhance the investment climate.
I remain very bullish on Kenya's economic prospects, but I am not the only one. Many of you may have seen the article in Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a world leader in business reporting that touted Kenya as the Singapore of Africa in the June 2023 article. And the Economist Intelligence Unit just listed Kenya as among the very best places for doing business in 2024, one of only 2 African countries that made their lists of prospects. The other thing the government of Kenya is doing, and the reason that they are making, I think, such headway on these different lists and different articles, is the government of Kenya is working very hard to improve the business climate.
Isiolo County officials have criticized fathers who abandon children with disabilities, shifting their responsibility to mothers. During the World Autism Day celebration in Almasi Children's Home, the stakeholders highlighted the burden on mothers due to men neglecting parental duties, depriving children of care. Gloria Kagonya with more.
At an event aimed at raising awareness about autism, organized by the Almasi Children's Village in Isiolo County, stakeholders and activists for the rights of persons with disabilities have called on the community and male parents to join in raising children living with disabilities instead of leaving the burden solely to mothers. In addition, these stakeholders have encouraged the public to accept disabled children and show them love, giving that this will help them to face stigma and the difficulties they encounter in life.
All the family members, kutoka mama, kutoka baba, kutoka sister na kutoka brother. Mama atapata ile nguvu ya kuendelea maisha yake na kutunza watoto wake, lakini akiachiwa huyo mtoto anaanza kula ile mafikra. Mbona Mungu amenifanyia hivi? It is not her. We are in a progressive world. With the daily challenges of caring for a disabled child being significant, parents and children's homes have specially urged the national and county government to assist those families in raising that. The celebration of those living with autism is observed globally on April 2nd.
County government ya Isiolo kupitia mkubwa yetu hapa hivi afikishia gavana. Hakuna watoto wanakuanga na shinda kama watoto wa autism. Kwa sababu akitaka kitu ukimunyima atakuharibia vitu kama 10 kwa nyumba.
Gloria Kagonya.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has expressed Kenya's commitment to strengthening ties with the Democratic Republic of Congo, emphasizing the importance of shared values and mutual prosperity and fostering closer relations between the two nations. This and other stories in the County Watch with Naomi Akinyi.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi assured the people of DRC that Kenya will always work with them to ensure there is peace and harmony in the East African region and Africa at large, saying the future of the economic growth of African countries largely depend on the peaceful environment cultivated by individual nations and by the regions of the continent at large.
The mission here was to deliver a special message to His Excellency the President from President Ruto of Kenya. We want to continue working together very cordially.
Elsewhere, Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu has issued a warning to some court officials who engage in the behavior that disrupt proceedings by tampering with the important data files. Mwilu has questioned the court why the data and files are missing, a problem that he says is undermining justice in the economy.
The principles of inclusiveness and shared leadership envisage a justice system that involves diverse perspectives and fosters collaboration in decision-making process.
Naomi Akot, Lookuptv.
Let's now get sporty. The Kenya Under-17 girls national football team, the Junior Starlets, drew against Ethiopia in the first leg of their third-round FIFA Under-17 World Cup qualifier match. The match, which ended in a goalless draw, took place today at the Abebe Bikila Stadium in Addis Ababa. The Junior Starlets will now head back home to continue the preparations for the second leg, set to take place on Sunday at the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Nairobi. Mathare United emerged victorious with a 3-1 win against Naivas FC in today's FKF National Super League match held at Dandora Stadium in Nairobi. Kilume Mohammed opened the scoring for Mathare United in the 8th minute, followed by Odhiambo Daniel in the 42nd minute. Naivas FC managed to score their only goal through an own goal in the 73rd minute.
Game imekuwa tough Unajua ilikuwa ni team number 2 na number 3. Imekuwa very tough game, but all along pia kulikuwa lazima mtu pia ashinde. But pia ukiangalia game tumecheza previously, hatujapata win almost 4 matches. So tuko tuna expect for the better for today, but mbaya.
It was a game plan because
Once I was a coach at Naivas. I was the one who took them from Division 1 to NSL. I was there for 1 season. Then I left, so I knew everything about Naivas, about tactical. Yeah.
And with just a few games left in the 2023-2024 English Premier League season, several matches are scheduled for this weekend. Reigning champions Manchester City will kick off action against Fulham, while Everton is scheduled to play against Sheffield United. West Ham will also face Luton Town. Additional matches for this weekend can be found on your screen. And just like that, we've come to the end of the broadcast this evening. But thank you so much for being part of it. Ezi wa Changara on Facebook says, Changara Teso, Busia County is locked. Thank you so much for watching. And Kennedy Jumba Serigwe, the usual suspect, says, today I planted my tree in Likuyani, Kakamega County, watching live from Likuyani. We appreciate you for your feedback. And AD Izidi says he is watching from here in Nairobi. We appreciate your feedback and keep watching Lookuptv. Let's engage across our social media platforms where we are at Lookuptv on Facebook, Lookuptv on X, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. Feel free to catch the latest stories that are making headlines